Hello, and welcome back to building Curse of Dreadbear in Minecraft. In my last video, I had built and toured a semi-functional recreation of the pirate ride. So now, today, I will be finishing off Curse of Dreadbear, which includes building the mansion segments, as well as the prize barn. So I actually have the areas I'll be building today in separate spots. Underneath the hub here, we have Build-A-Mangle, Dreadbear, the hallway, and the prize barn. And above, all the way over here, I have the mansion. It's not really much of a mansion, it's actually pretty small. I think this will look really cool. Put a whole forest around it already. Or more or less a forest. And we're gonna go and build all of this stuff right now. So here I am, standing outside of the mansion. It's pretty simple, really. It's got this nice little yard with a shed, some trees, these lamp posts, like coffin, graveyards, whatever. Kind of odd, but you know, whatever. The exterior it's not my favorite looking thing in the world. It could definitely be better. This was the best I could do because the house is green. First of all, there's not very many green blocks, and it's a really weird house because these walls don't really exist, and you'll definitely see a little bit more on the interior how weird it is. But I mean, I think it looks fine. It's not the best thing I think I could have done. That's really whatever. Here we are at the front door. We got the four, there's supposed to be 6, but we have 4 of the head masks you can wear. The other 2 would be Mangle and Balloon Boy, but I didn't have room for them. Pushing this button would bring you back to the hub. Before we go into the actual house, I'm gonna stop into these rooms, which you can definitely see where I had trouble here. Considering these rooms, first of all, don't exist, and they look into more rooms of the house, which is really odd. It's the same on both sides. It's the exact same room. It's just, this house has confused me. Also got like this thing going on. What is that? Awful. Just, it's the best you can do. I could do, at least. But coming into the actual house, these are rooms that were fully modeled. There's a little dining space, a lamp here, spruce plank. This is meant to be like a gramophone thing, but you know, there's not much of a way to do that easily. So I just went with a slab, some candles here, pretty obvious chimney, just right out in the open. It's another little, it's like a little cart thing, really, but got a mirror above it too. And there's also this hallway. These doors exist, but I don't think there's anything actually behind them, so I just built this little hall that connects the 2 together. And then there's these barrels here because of that 1 block. It's just best I could do. This other side, there's also these chandeliers up here. I think it looks fine. This other side, we got like a TV area, so couches, nice chair, and a large bookshelf here. I definitely want to do this when 1.20 comes out, or I guess 1.2. Put the chiseled bookshelves in there because I think that'd be really cool. I'm not even 1.19 though, so I think that'll probably be a little bit before I do that. I don't know, cabinet, what's it called? Closet thing? I don't know a specific word for it. And another hallway here. I think this one's a little bit smaller. Yeah, because those doors will line up. That's really the bottom floor. It's all pretty simple. With high ceiling. And going up the stairs, we have just a small attic space, which I believe exists. Yeah, this place exists in the game, but you can't like see into it. It's just a small little area up here. And that's despite the size. That's really it for this whole thing. Most of the room isn't. I mean, no, obviously most of the room is used, but it's just A small house, really, for a mansion. It's what, 4 rooms? But let's go back to the hub, and let's try to get to the first thing. Wrong way, wrong direction. Hallway. That's up first. Okay. So when I flick this lever, we're bringing. I mean, it's a hallway. I don't really know what you would have expected here. It's just a bunch of doors. It's based off of the VR version of FNAF 4, or the hallway at least, and the room. So the props are pretty much the same, being these little cabinets, plants, drawer things. It's just like really just a bunch of doors in a hallway. I don't know. At the very end, there is the FNAF 4 bedroom. This is the exact same as it is in Help Wanted, with the one exception being that this closet is closed. You can get back to the hub the same way, being through this button. Look at these guys. I've missed them so much. We're back here. And I'm going to build a mangle. This, I think, might be one of my favorite ones for Dreadbear. Which is a little odd, because it's just a giant pile of trash in a room. But I think it looks pretty cool, really. Got these beams, girders on the ceiling. A lot of pipes in here, too. This is the area that you throw stuff into. I couldn't make it like an actual chute, because I wanted to get it 2x2, which means I had to use these walls. But I think this is fine, really. It's not like you'd be able to do that either way. And this is the pipe your creation comes out of, I believe. Yeah. Got these monitors in front of you, too. They're wires going up everywhere. I think it looks pretty cool. Got this diagonal pipe up here that mangle comes out of to jump scare you, or whatever. I don't know how the game works. I've never played it. And we also have this pipe right here too that implies that this is where it came from. There's supposed to be a ladder in between these two, but I'm limited on using squares, so I couldn't really fit that in. And you can also, if you want to, I guess, you can just go through the conveyor belt. It's a big loop, so you can just go all the way around, I guess. It's like a fun little thing if you want to be a mangle part, or a Freddy. I think they're in this, right? I built this extremely inefficiently. I made it like a big solid block for whatever reason. In retrospect, that might not have been the best idea, but it's whatever. And to get back, you just push this pretty obvious large button. Right back here. Trick or Treat we already saw. That is the mansion here. And then Dreadbear. This should be the last minigame. It should go back to Danger Keep Out, which we already saw. Let's go to Dreadbear. I kind of had to. A whole thing of this is that like these walls don't exist. It's a lot of like perspective thing where since you can't really move out of this spot, they didn't really model a room. If this is super dark, you wouldn't have to see the walls in the first place. So I kind of made that up as I went, using what the modeled areas looked like. So I think this turned out pretty good. Finally got to use calcite, my favorite thing of all time. Got some nice large gears up here with the plank that Dreadbear sits on. I might make it like be able to come down and then sit up, but I don't really, because it would kind of hit that, wouldn't it? I do like these gears. Doorway here, or a hallway that leads nowhere, as well as a big pit that also leads nowhere. Very fun. In the actual area you're meant to be, we have a workbench with wheel crank thing, some pipes that go nowhere. I think this is meant to be like a screen? I forget what it was. I just didn't put a head in. Here's a brain. That's pretty cool, right? And there's another workbench behind you with like a chalkboard and shelving at the table from the trick-or-treat mansion. As well as over here we've got a coffin and a barrel. These ceilings don't exist, so I kind of just made them up. Like this one too. Like this is the only implication of a ceiling we actually get. It's these wood planks. So this thing I kind of just made up. Which, I don't know, it's fine, I guess. You get to see more gears, so that's really cool. I really like these arches too. I think technically they're all meant to be like the same arch, but I didn't do that. Because I didn't want to do that. It would cut off this wall. I mean, that's really that's Dreadbear. That button brings you back, but we're not going back. Because since I have no way to get into this area yet, the prize barn is right here. This I do quite like. A lot of tables in here. It's the same barn as the one from the hub and Plushkin Patch, though obviously it's not at an angle like that one. Those ones were. I've had this planned out for a while now. I think the outline could have been seen in like the first Dreadbear video. We got these hay piles, some presents, quite a lot of balloons. Got this animal skull, which I think is pretty cool. The banner right there, the speaker, jack-o'-lanterns, this wagon. A lot of tables in here, big party thing. And in this last corner we got more hay and more presents. I was gonna put the I think it's orange and black present right here, but I couldn't find one, and I didn't want to make one. And also we got cake. It's there too. But yeah, that's this. I mean, I think that's pretty much all the Dreadbear stuff that I'll be putting into a video. Thank you so much for watching this video and series as a whole. This is probably the last Dreadbear related thing. I'll probably go back to doing the Pizzaplex. I had planned out, there's a couple things I want to do on this world still, which includes fanverse games. I'm not like a big fan of them, but I think they deserve a spot here. I considered FNAF World at one point, so we'll see if I do that, I guess. And I have a planned out Princess Quest, one from Help Wanted. We'll see if I end up doing that. I'm not entirely sure, really. But besides that, I mean, probably not going to see this world for a little bit. That's, you know. I'll see you in the next video, whatever that ends up being. Probably Security Breach. Though it might be a little while, because I'm still fixing the mistakes that I made when I first built it. But I'll see you then. And bye.